So for those that don't know, this guy to my right here, his name's Mike. He's my husband of almost 17 years now. And they always say you should marry someone that compliments you. And I'm a realtor now, and he is a lender. We met back in 2004 in Laguna Beach at a bar, shocker. Our courtship was pretty quick. We got engaged after 6 months of knowing each other.
When you know, you know.
Yeah, oh, that's nice. So yeah, I guess when you know, you know.
So today well, first, thanks for having me. So seller concessions have been pretty much non-existent for the last couple of years. And as we transition into this new market, seller concessions are becoming more and more popular, or I should say pop up a little bit more.
Seller concession is a fancy word for saying a seller credit. So if you're in the process of buying a house, sellers typically over the last couple of years haven't been crediting anything because everybody wanted the house. Now that things have kind of shifted, sellers are open to conceding a little bit more during the process.
So what you can do with that seller concession is use that money to essentially have the seller pay for part of your mortgage for up to 3 years. So I'm going to explain to you how that works. And I brought a whiteboard to show you how to do a 3-2-1 buy down, and actually through a specific scenario that we just closed not too long ago.
Yeah, whiteboard, doing it old school.
So I'm here to explain the 3-2-1 buy down and how it works. So for this particular scenario, I had a purchase price of $1 million with an $800,000 loan amount. The total seller concession, as you can see down here, is $34,829.76. So I'm going to explain how we got to this number. So assume an interest rate of 6%, 30 years fixed, which would have a payment of $4,796.40. So the first year, the buyer pays a payment of $3,372.83. Second year, $38.19, third year, $42.94. So the remaining part of the payment is coming from this seller concession. The monthly difference in the first year is $14.23. Multiply that by 12, you come up with a yearly subsidy of $17,082, which is coming out of this amount every month. That $34,000 is essentially held into an escrow account. Okay, years 2 and 3. You add those up, that's how you come up with the $34,829 that you see down there. So to wrap this up, this seller concession, which sits in an escrow account for the buyer, helps the buyer ease into their new monthly mortgage payments for the first 3 years. Now the 3-2-1 option is not the only option. If you just wanted to do a 2-1 buy down, that would eliminate the first year, and basically you would have a 2% reduction the first year, a 1% reduction the second year, and make the buy down, or I should say the concession, about half as much, because we would eliminate the first year, okay? So that concession would only be about $17,000. So these are a few good options that you have at your disposal. I hope this helps.
Well, thanks, Mike. That was actually really informative. I've never really seen it explained that way, so thanks so much for doing that. I do have one question, though, and I bet other people may ask this as well. What's the advantage of my client doing having a seller concession over just a price reduction?
Great question. So they're both excellent options, but I think the benefit to a seller concession, which, as I've shown you, can lower your payments for up to 3 years, it just helps the buyer ease into their mortgage payments. Interest rates are a little bit higher, as you know, so the first year makes the payment much more manageable, and obviously in year 2 and 3 as well too. So they're both excellent options, but that's what I would say. If you want that lower payment, that's what you would do.
Just kind of slide on in rather than just the big.
Exactly, yes.
All right, so there you go. There's a little information from Mike, a little background on the two of us. Thank you so much for coming and.
Thanks for having me. See you at home.
I'll see you in about 2 hours at home when we're feeding our kids dinner. So thanks for coming by.